I'm Sttowe here, and we are back with another episode of Custom Card Review. This time going back to the One Piece TCG with the creator Adakai TCG. First off, I just gotta say, awesome name. Adakai? Bro, who names anything Adakai? Dope. Second, I tried reaching out to him with some questions about his custom cards, his proxy cards. Unfortunately, he didn't get back to me, but don't matter because we still continue the review. Even if this man's dead, I'm going to review his cards while he's 6 feet under. Don't matter. I'll read the review right over his grave. Don't matter. I'll fucking plop it right on the gravestone, baby. And then I'll give my condolences to the family.
Sick! These are tears of joy! Even after all I've done, I want to live!
But now, I'm allowed to say my wish just this once. And I want to live! Take me with you! Take me away from here!
So long! How am I supposed to feel? Friends.
Help me! Someday you'll see me in the furnace! Someday you'll be forced to betray me and throw me away! That's what I'm most afraid of! Understand? That's why I didn't want you to rescue me! If that's the only future I have, I'd rather die! Save me the pain!
So just like every review, this is based out of 4 categories rated from 1 to 5, with a final rating going anywhere from 1 to 10. The categories we'll be looking at are, of course, the card art and style, the quality of the cards, the cost of the cards, and of course the cohesion and my personal thoughts of these cards. Like I said, I tried reaching out to Adakai TCG and unfortunately got nothing in response, so I did my own investigation. Adakai TCG is a YouTuber that enjoys playing the One Piece TCG, to the point where he is making his own custom metal cards. I don't know if I'd really call them metal, but they're kind of like a thin metallic type of card. They're not just like cardboard, there's something a little bit harder, or maybe I'm just completely off and don't know my shit. Who knows? Now the big question I have is, does he make his own custom cards and art? Adakai TCG uses a mix of different art types. One of these is using artists, which they will credit on the card. They also do photo editing, using different photos from the manga or anime, and I guess edit the cards in Adobe or whatever program that he uses. And then he also does One Piece TCG cards, where he kind of takes a card that's in the One Piece TCG and does a little touching editing to it to make it something a little bit better, or I guess in his style, for card quality, the way his cards are made. Now, something interesting that I said earlier was that he credits the artist on the card. Here's the weird part. His earlier cards say that they're produced by Joko DMD, which is Kazaku Cards. I'm absolutely pronouncing that wrong entirely, but basically, they're another company that creates custom metal One Piece cards. They also do services like turning your custom art into metal cards, or having their artist make a custom card for you. Now, why am I saying this? Well, one could think that he is buying cards from Kazoku Cards, I can't pronounce that, and basically selling them as his own. Now, I don't necessarily think that this is the case, as if you look at the prices, his normal cards sell for $24.99, which is the same price as the Kazaku cards. So if he did that, he really wouldn't be making any sort of profit, so I don't see how that can be an option. This is then how I see it. Is he having Kazaku Cards make custom cards of his edited designs for him, or did he eventually learn to do it himself and is now making his own custom proxy cards? Now, this is not to say I dislike his cards or what he does, it just makes it a little blurry as to where he comes in with this stuff. Let's take a look at some of the cards I got from him. So the first one we have is the Crocodile on the Lakers This is such a dope card, a basic leader card, which you kind of have like their face on it. This version is the basketball version. Super, super dope. Love this card a lot. And also the backings look absolutely amazing. Love the design, love the Jolly Roger. Then we have Porgus the Ace as the Golden State Warriors. Really, really cool. You even get their Jolly Roger on the card. This one, let's see. Oh, he has the Baroque one. That's really dope. So there's a lot of like neat design elements on these cards that make it really, really cool. As you can tell, up here is where he has the crediting. So this one going to Adakai TCG. So these are arts made by him. We have Julie Bonnie on the Celtics with their Jolly Roger there, looking absolutely dope. Imagine pulling up to a tournament with this as your leader. People would be like, what the hell? Obviously, it's not playable, but you know, it's what it is. And then, of course, the lovely Nico Robin on the Lakers. Everybody loves this, especially with the collab that they did. Oh my god, I had to buy this because it was just so dope. Some other cards I got are the ability cards, which you can kind of see right here. We have Jewelry Bonnie. It's kind of just like a manga cut with some hollowing in the background. And then they also make a dual-sided card for certain cards. I think there's like a Nami Enel one. This one is a Boa Hancock, and of course your boy Don Quixote do Flamingo. I kind of am a little weirded by this. Not weirded, but just wish that it wasn't double-sided, because to be honest, I really don't like double-sided cards. I wish they kind of just did something like, I don't know, Don Quixote Hancock, or just fucking Boa Flamingo. I don't know. It's a name change and a card description change. So if you want to run a Boa Hancock deck, you would have it like this. If you want to run a Doflamingo deck, you run it like this. So there's definitely a playable aspect with these cards. It's not just, hey, this is a cool custom card. It's actually really nice the way he does that. And also to show that there is a lot of consistency, you have both of these cards together and they are exactly the same. They are perfect. There are no flaws whatsoever. Really, really great. Well done. I don't know how he makes these, but just well freaking done. One of the coolest things that really, really got me into these cards are the signature series cards, where he has this lovely artist. Her name is Rachel Ellis. I'm so bad pronouncing names. Roronoa Zoro. Oh my goodness. Just taking a nap. Luffy screaming his lungs out, as always. And then, of course, Rachel's signature, which is a very nice touch. Weirdly enough, you can actually buy a version that doesn't have the signature, and I think it's like a $5 difference, but I was just like, it looks nicer with the signature, so that's the one I want to do. Then we got this lovely Gear 5 Luffy just over the sun. This art is incredible. And I might be wrong, but I think this artist has actually done some artwork in the One Piece TCG, or that, or like Lurkana. Some art in a TCG. So they're pretty popular, but the art is phenomenal. Look, like, bro, just look at that shine. Oh my god, it makes the card art so gorgeous. And the back actually changes with this series. So you have the original Adakai TCG back. This one you have this really golden white backing, which is absolutely stunning looking. It really pops with the whole design in the back. I absolutely love it. And then lastly, we have the Nami just bubbling up there with her thunderclouds. So freaking gorgeous. But actually, we are not done there. We actually have two more cards, really three, but the first one, bro, when this Buggy card came out, I was so pissed because I had bought these and I was like, fuck, I need the Buggy card. It's literally Buggy playing with Mihawk and fucking Crocodile. I love this art so much. This is probably my favorite card from this. It is so cute looking, and the art is so freaking unique. Of course, it's Buggy that's puppeteering the whole show, even though in reality he just gets his ass kicked. Absolutely love this card. And then something that they actually did as well, which is really cool, and I love that they do these, are these split cards where you put them together and they actually make a bigger image. This one really, really dope. You got the Charlotte Katakuri and the Monkey D. Luffy. The one confusing thing with these is that they actually sell them together, but if you buy them as a pair, you don't get the discount, I believe. So it's like weird. They're cheaper if you buy them as a pair, because they're like $5-10 cheaper, but you don't get the discount, so it's actually cheaper just buy them separately. At least that's how I looked at it. So just look at that art, man. Really, really dope. Absolutely love it. So these are the cards that I bought from him. And of course, as I got these ones, then he releases a Trafalgar Law one, which is absolutely stunning, and I got to get that one as well. This is now where we get to the review, starting off with the card art and style. I find these cards to be incredibly well done, art style wise, editing wise. Absolutely stunning. The way he does this, again, I don't know if it's AI art or if he's just drawing it like this, or if he's using an image of like Ace looking like this with some type of elements that he throws in, draws the shirt. I don't know what the hell he does, but it looks incredible. And of course, the collabs with Rachel Ellis are stunning. I mean, look at this art. You can't get any better than this. It is absolutely amazing. I guess the only part I just wish was that more of the cards like this were unique. Or at least, I could be wrong. This could be all his, but for instance, like the Trafalgar Law Leader, I just wish that it was all unique to him and not just kind of like an edited version of it. But really, to me, it's not that big a deal, because I get it. If you have this basic ass Trafalgar Law Leader and you want it spiced up, you want it to look good, and that's what he does, and it makes it absolutely incredible. So for the card art and style, it is a 5 out of 5 for me. Going into the card quality, it's just incredible. I mean, every card is just highly texturized and is perfect. I never have a card that is off-centered, damaged or bent, or the hollowing is off patterned. It's just everything is so meticulously well done. You get two of the same card and they come out perfect. It's just the way he does it, it's insane. It's just really, really well done. As far as like the card texture, I mean, look at this. The card is out of the sleeve. It is so freaking nice. The card does bend, but it has a thick plate to it. So, I mean, you could just feel right there. It's pretty thick. So, it's like it doesn't bend easily, and it definitely is a great card that will last a while. So, really love how he does it. I'd probably say card quality is easily a 5 out of 5. Now this is where it gets tricky, as card prices are a bit steep and might cost you an arm and a leg. Typically, you're paying about $24.99 to $34.99 in most cases per card, which is pretty crazy, especially for a custom proxy card. I've written down every type of card he's produced with their price points, so we're just going to quickly go over them. The first ones being the ability cards. These are black and white manga cards with a premium option, which basically is just a more colorful hollow. The regular ones are $14.99 and the premium versions are $19.99. Then you have the Don cards. Just a singular Don card typically goes around $12.99 plus minus $1. Then he also has sets, which range anywhere from $79.99 to $99.99. These sets consist of 10 cards each, so typically you're looking at $7.99 or $9.99 a card. Then he has an Iconic Moments Don cards, which go for about $11.99. Then you have, of course, the signature cards, which are done by artists. These cards, the regular version goes for $34.99, and then, of course, if you want the signature on them, it's an additional $5, going for $39.99. Then he also has a serialized version, which are basically out of 50. They go for about $34.99. Lastly, he has has the normal cards, which the regular ones, they go for $24.99. The double-sided ones that I showed you, they go anywhere from $29.99 to $34.99. And then he also has a collection version, which go for $29.99. Now, with that said, he does offer a lot of deals practically every day. So most of the time there are sales and they allow you to get the cards for a bit cheaper. So every day they have a typical sale, which is buy 3 get 1 free. If all your cards are $24.99, you're really buying them at $18.74 a piece. He has some special events and days where he has a buy 2 get 1 free, where if you're buying 3 cards or 2 cards at $24.99, you're basically only paying $16.66 per card. If you subscribe with the email, you get 15% off your first order, and he does some special sales where cards just go down in price. I've seen $24.99 cards drop to $9.99, but those are pretty rare. So these cards are definitely on the more higher end, almost like a luxury type of card. Now, with that said, you are getting great quality, great art. It's amazing cards, but for that price, I mean, you could be buying some really nice cards in the actual One Piece TCG. So it's kind of like up and down on whether you want to spend $30 on this buggy card or if you want to spend $30 on an alternate art buggy. So it really depends on where you kind of value this art in these cards. So with that being said, I would give card cost a 2 out of 5. The cards are amazing, just very, very expensive for what you're getting. And now finally we get to card cohesion and personal thoughts. Now, as far as card cohesion goes, phenomenal. I think it's amazing. You have the Jolly Rogers, which is a perfect symbol for One Piece, and the background really is just One Piece. It meshes so well. You have the compass design with the waves. It's just, it speaks One Piece, and for that I commend it a lot, especially with this really, really cool alternate versions of it depending on the card types. I mean, heck, even the regular ability cards have the characters Jolly Roger. I just think it's really, really well done as far as cohesion goes. As far as personal thoughts, it's tough. I think that everything about this is great. I just wish that there were more unique aspects to it that were solely his. I do like the serialized idea, making cards kind of rare. I love the signature variants that just make the cards amazing. But like I was saying, these cards, I mean, they're great and all, but they don't really feel unique. And this is how I'm going to show you. I actually have a card from Kazaku Cards, and they basically are almost identical in the way they are. They feel the same. They have this radiant, just hollowing background with, of course, a Jolly Roger. And then look at these. I mean, it's practically the same style, the same everything. And it's just, it makes you question, like, is Adakai Cards just, you know, a sister location, sister website to Kazaku Cards? Like, what is the difference here? They are practically the same, and I don't know. I mean, I love the art, and maybe that's the thing. Adakai Cards, their art is specific to them and good for them, but you honestly really just don't know. And with this company, I mean, this is what they do. So it's weird. It's like Adakai started off using cards from Kazaku Cards, and I just don't know what the history is. It's very cloudy of just how that is. So it makes me want something unique. Where is the true Adakai, right? It's just it's not to badmouth it or anything, but you definitely see these and you're like, it's almost the same identical thing, just this has different art, this has different art, and the backings are different, really. So, but still, that's not to say anything. But the card cohesion, personal thoughts, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. My overall thoughts and final score of Adakai TCG, I give it an 8 out of 10. I absolutely love these cards, and I mean, that's why I bought them. I support them totally. I really dig the card art. Definitely the price point is a bit rough, but again, these are like luxury cards. Quality is fantastic, and it's just one of those things. Like, I honestly, if they didn't do these signature cards, it might be a whole nother story, because I think these really carry the desire for this card company. These are just phenomenal. And not to say that these regular ones aren't, because guess what? If I saw this online, I'm buying it. This is absolutely gorgeous. So it's not to knock him, but it's just definitely, again, is where do you draw the line between another card maker, seller, and yours? It's just a tough line to draw. So in the end, Adakai TCG, amazing cards, very, very lovely. Awesome. As always, let me know what you think about this TCG, these cards, these custom proxy cards from Adakai TCG. It was a little bit tough trying to make this video because I really wanted some answers from Adakai on, you know, how they are making these cards, what's their process with the art and things like that. And I sent it to him over email, and, you know, he just didn't message me. I mean, who knows? Maybe it just went to spam because I'm a nobody, right? So it is what it is. But it definitely is hard to kind of understand what the timeline, what does Adakai do with these cards? What is their process? It's just, you don't really know. So you're kind of just looking at everything face value and trying to come up with the story of how he's done his cards. But nevertheless, they are stunning, and I love them. And I can't wait to just fill my binder with these cards. And the more he does the damn signature series, the more I'm shelling out money. So, oh god. Anyways, but let me know what other proxy custom cards you guys might be into that I should check out. And outside of that, I'm gonna go sell my liver for that law card.
Thank you for loving me.
Cut it out! You ought to be worried about dying before I do. What, did you forget you're a lot weaker than me? Listen, and you listen up good. I'm never going to die, so I promise. I'm not gonna die, okay? Not ever. At least not as long as I've got a wussy little brother who needs me to protect him.